All right, guys, this is Mr. B again. Um, this is the second video in our mini series on how to use Blender to rig a figure that you've made in Voxel, Magica Voxel for this one. Any kind of voxel art will do the same thing though, as long as you can export it as an OBJ, which is what we'll be doing. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to import our file. So we go up here to the top left corner, click on File, find the word Import, follow it over to this right here, which says wavefront.obj. I'm going to click on that. It's going to bring up this little box. Mine is on the desktop inside my animations folder, and I'm going to animate Ralph today. So I clicked that. Now the MTL file is still in the same folder, and so is the PNG. You need to leave both of those in here. We can't see the PNG right now, but the PNG is in there also. So we'll import that, and we get something that looks like this. Now at first you might feel nervous that your figure doesn't have the coloration on the surface. The skinning isn't there. Up here in the right corner, if you click on this little sphere all the way to the right, you can see that the coloration is still there because the PNG file is in the same folder as this object. I'm not going to keep it on that. I'm actually going to move it back to the gray. And the reason for that is that it's just way easier for your computer to render this. It's easier on the video card, everything. So the first thing that you'll notice is that mine is actually underground a little bit. So I'm going to move him up out of the ground. I'm going to switch over to this move tool. This is the selection tool over on the left side. I'm going to put the move tool, and we're going to get these three arrows. They move in the X, the Y, and the Z axis. The Z axis is the one we're going to use. We're going to click on that little arrow and lift up until he's standing pretty much on the ground. All right, just like that. Right now, I do not need this box that starts with it, so I'm going to click on that. I'm just going to hit delete and get rid of that box. Right now, we want to rig this up with some bones. The problem is, it's huge. It's hard to tell that because there's nothing to tell you what the scale is, but if I zoom in down at his feet and I add a bone right now, actually I'm not going to do it right now because the bone is like less than the height of his foot. So he's giant. So we're going to select him, and you're going to hit the letter S on your keypad for either your laptop or your desktop, whatever you're working on. Your keyboard, you're going to hit S. And that's going to allow you to scale it. Wherever you are, you can scale it down. And I'm going to scale mine down to something like that. Okay? Zoom in. Now, it's probably floating off the ground again, so you can grab that Z axis and bring him down until he's right on the ground there. Now, if I want to see this straight from the front, so I'm looking straight on it, I can see it 100%, not at any kind of angle. I'm going to come over here, and where this Y dot is, this green dot, I'm going to click on that. And it's going to line up the Y-axis for me so that I'm looking straight ahead at him. I'm going to use the pan tool to pan down just a bit. For me, that's shift and clicking the center wheel. I'm going to zoom in a bit more. I want to be looking directly straight at him for when I'm putting the bones in so that I can line them up correctly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the Shift key and A. If we hold Shift A, we're going to pull up this little box of options. And what we want to do is we're making an armature. So we're going to click on armature. So there's my first bone right there. It's just part of the rigging. If you look on the right side, this little running man has now popped up, because that goes with the rigging that we're making. So I'm going to click on that, and we want to choose Viewport Display. You want to open that up and make sure that you click on In Front. What that does is that brings the bones in a way that we can look at them and see them through the mesh on the outside of our character. So the skin part, like the actual geometry of your character, is called its mesh. And right now we want to be able to see through that mesh so that we can position all of these bones. Okay? So we're going to make sure that we hit in front so that when we lift this up, it doesn't disappear inside of his body. Okay, so let's move this little guy. So we already have the move tool selected, and you can see that I can see my z-axis arrow here. So I can just grab that z-axis arrow and bring this up like that. And you want this right about there, right on the edge. Now, it's not tall enough, so I need this little tiny circle. I need to be able to click on that. The way that we do that is we switch our mode to what's called editing mode by hitting the tab key on your keyboard. The tab key is on the left side of your keyboard above the shift and the caps lock. Hit tab, and now I can select just that. You see how just that little guy is highlighted? We're going to select him and we're going to move that. We want to move it in the z-axis. So there's a couple ways we could do that. I could grab it with the move tool and move it. Or I could use the keyboard shortcuts, which will make everything a lot faster once you learn them. I'm going to hit G and then Z and move it in the z-axis just like that. And I want it to be about where his neck is. We're going to create another bone now. I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to create another bone and start working on the arm. Again, we're going to hit Shift A to make a new bone. We're going to select it by clicking on it. And we can move it in the z-axis again by hitting G and Z and moving it up here. Bring it all the way up to about right there. I want to rotate it 90 degrees so that this point comes down this way and points that direction. I'm going to do that by hitting R for rotate, then Y, and I want to turn it 90 degrees, so I'm going to type in 90. So I just hit R, Y, 90, and enter. And it does the whole thing. I can select my move tool now and move it exactly where I want it to be in the arm, like that. Click off of it or just click on the circle on the end. And we want to move that guy all the way out here to the end of it there. I may have made my guy a little too small, but we'll see in a second. Okay, so we have this bone. It's filling up the arm. The problem is we need it to be 2 bones. 1 bone is not going to do it. The easiest way to do that, to get them to line up in a straight line, is to select this, come over to the armature button right over here on the left side, top, click that, and you're looking for the word subdivide. Subdivide. We're going to click that, and it will change it into 2. Now the elbow isn't quite where I want it to be, so I'm going to click on just the elbow. I'm going to move it just a little bit like that, so that's right in the center. All right, this arm is looking good, but we need to duplicate it for over there. So we click on one of the bones, we hold the Shift key down on your keyboard, and click on the other one, and now they're both selected. In order to make a copy of something, we're going to use Shift and D on the keypad, right? Shift D is to duplicate. Now, as soon as you do that, it's going to want to start moving around, and it's going to get all crazy, see? We want it to be perfectly lined up with that. So, and we want it to be lined up in the x-axis. So I'm going to hit X, and that's where that little line just came in, and it's going to keep it on that x-axis. I'm going to put it like right here. I'm going to click. Now the next thing we have to do is rotate it again. This time we're going to do it a rotation of 180 degrees, because we have to make it go all the way around, right? 360 is to go all the way around the circle. 180 goes halfway around the circle. And we're going to do that in the y-axis. So we're going to hit R for rotate, Y, and then we're going to type in 180, enter. And there you go. We can line it back up over here. And if it needs to be adjusted, you can take it and move it out just a bit so that it's right there. Move this one too, just a bit. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna make some legs. You can hit Shift A to make a new bone and do a new leg. I like to just take what I've been working on so far, hold Shift down, click both of them. We know that Shift D duplicates it. We're gonna bring it down here, put it about where it's gonna go. We need to rotate it again. I'm gonna rotate it this time. This time we're gonna have to rotate it counterclockwise. To do counterclockwise, you have to put a negative before the number. In order to make this turn a quarter of a turn so that it's going towards the ground, it has to be 90 degrees, but it has to be negative 90 degrees because if I put it 90 degrees, it's gonna turn upwards, like clockwise, facing the ceiling, right? So we're gonna hit R for rotate, Y for the Y-axis, -90, just like that, and click. Now we're gonna move it over using these guys again, till it's there. X-axis, we'll bring it down. And wow, it's pretty close to almost exactly the same. So I'm gonna click the middle, use the Z-axis to move it down so that the knee is where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna click the top, also use the Z-axis to move it down. All right, one last leg, we click here, Shift click here, Shift D to duplicate it. I wanna move it in the X-axis, so I'm gonna hit X so that it stays exactly in the X-axis like that. And click it. There we go. All right, the last thing we have to do is we have to add one more up here to the head. I'm gonna pan upwards just a little bit so that we can see better. This time I'm gonna click the ball here. I'm gonna use the shortcut E as in elephant, and then I'm gonna hit Z as in zebra to make sure it stays in the Z axis. If I just hit E right now, it's gonna give me one that goes all over the place and who knows which way it's gonna go. So I'm gonna hit the letter Z so it stays right in the Z axis, and I'm gonna pull it up to the top of the head. Now we have a good rigging. We may have to adjust the position of it. If we zoom around this thing, we may find, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of this editing mode by hitting Tab again. And there's my skeleton. It's all together. You can see that when you select it, it selects the whole thing. I'm gonna click and spin around and just look to see where it is. It's probably not quite centered the way that I'd like it to be. So I am going to take it and slide it in this axis just a little bit into the body. Just a little more into the body there. Now, some of yours might be off. If it's off, you can go back to, you can hit Tab again and go to Edit mode and move the pieces little by little into the back so that they all, back into the body so that they all line up. And that is a rigged guy. How to use the rigging is what we'll look at next in the next video. If you have any questions, as usual, you can put them in the comments or you can go to Make Time Academy and put them there. All right, guys.